Every agent that gets into real estate wants to make $100,000. I don't know when 100,000 became the measure of success, but it's definitely the starting point. So in this video, I want to talk about the first year I made $100,000 in my real estate business. And I'm going to tell you exactly the steps I took, where the business came from, and what you need to do if you haven't made $100,000 yet. Because guess what, guys? Once you make it once, for some reason, it's so much easier to do year after year after year. So let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Will Higgins. I'm a Southern California real estate agent. And guess what? I'm in the grind with you guys. So on my channel, I'm giving you effective strategies that I've used or I'm currently using to build my business and help power your business so that you can be successful, you can reach your goals, and you can provide for your family, because that's why we do this, right? So in today's video, I want to talk about what every agent, especially every new agent, what they want. They just want to make six figures. And I get it. I was there as a new agent. I didn't want to make six figures. I had to make six figures. And I think that's a huge difference. I had one of my mentors once tell me that never develop a lifestyle until you can maintain it. And I had a lifestyle. When I got into real estate, this was my second career. So as a young realtor and, young in my career as a realtor, I was coming from a six-figure job. So in 2019, I was laid off on February 12th, and I was laid off from a job where I was making $150,000. So guess what I had to make in real estate? I had to make $150,000. So that's exactly what I did that year. And I would essentially credit me crossing that milestone so early to three things. And I'm going to talk about those three in this video. So the first thing is going to be community. So I went back and looked at a lot of those transactions that I closed, and gosh, a lot of them came from my gym community. So I talk about it a lot, especially on a couple of videos earlier in the series, and I'll pin that up top. But my gym community really supported me. So I'm from New Orleans, but I'm working in Los Angeles, so I had no sphere. I had, no community aside from the gym community. So, hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in and being locked in to the content. I hope you're getting some value, but guess what? I want to give you more value, guys. I've created an ebook that's going to help you fast track your lead generation, guys. So download my ebook now. It's going to be 30 lead generation ideas to get you guys going right now. So go ahead and download that. Let's make some money. I want to hear in the comments about all your success, guys, but go ahead and keep crushing it. Appreciate your support. Back to the show. I built a solid community at the gym, and I closed a ton of deals from the gym. I think I closed almost 20 deals that year, and more than half of them came from the gym. So, if I were you, I would take this time to write down the communities that you're a part of. So maybe it's not a gym community, maybe it's a church community, maybe it's a kids sports community, whatever community. So I would really think about what communities you belong to, because those can be great sources of relationships and also business and referrals. It worked for me. So that would be one. You have to develop a community. You have to have support. We're entrepreneurs, but we don't do this alone, right? Like without your clients, you have no business. So you have to build community first. Take care of people. They're going to take care of you. Okay. So that's first and foremost. Second, 3 deals came from lead generation. So when I got into real estate, first thing I did was I needed to figure out how to generate leads. So the first thing I did was I wanted to look for any and every system that was going to provide me leads. So at the time, that was Op City, that was Veterans United, that was Ojo. So I signed up for anything and everything that would provide me leads. Yes, I had to pay 25% or 30%, but who cares, okay? Because we're in this for the long run. Say it after me, guys. I'm in this for the long run. So who cares that I have to pay 25% or 35% on that first transaction? Because guess what? I just acquired a client. And when you acquire a client, if you take care of them, every 5 to 10 years or so, they're going to either, buy a home, sell a home, but also in between that, you're going to get referrals. Okay. So I wouldn't too much worry about what I'm paying. In the beginning, guys, you're just trying to stack transactions because you're just trying to stack relationships, stack past clients, because those are the people that are going to build your database. Those are the people that are going to be your champions. And those are the people that are going to send you referrals as you build out this thing that we call a business. Okay. So don't worry about that, but sign up for everything that would provide me leads. So another thing you're going to want to learn is you're going to want to learn lead generation. So for me, it was Meta ads and Instagram ads. Well, at the time it was Facebook ads, right? So I learned Facebook ads and it was very hard at the time. Now it's a lot easier, but I was generating anywhere from 30 to 40 leads a month. And I would call all those people. So think about it. You're typically an online lead. You're typically going to convert at probably a 3 to 5% clip. Okay. In California, it's probably lower because our prices are so much higher. So you're going to convert probably at a 3 to 5% clip. So think about it. I generated a ton of leads. I talked to all those people, but in generating the leads, yes, I got a couple of deals. I think that year I closed 3 of them from Facebook, but also something else happens when you're generating leads and connecting with people at that velocity. You're going to learn on the fly because I'm having, 30 to 40 additional conversations with potential buyers and sellers that if I wasn't doing that, I would not be having those conversations. So guess what? I'm going to get better at speaking to people. I'm going to get better at objection handlers. I'm just going to get better of doing real estate because guess what? I'm talking about real estate constantly. So it's forcing me to up my game. It's forcing me to be, on the up and up of what's going on. So that was huge. That's the second one. So generating leads, that was actually really huge. And then the last thing is really going to be follow-up, So I am a big nerd, which you'll see on this channel, and I'm proud of it. But lead generation, lead follow-up, I really love doing all those things. So I built out all kinds of automation, and that's how I do it. Because if you're generating, 30, 40, 50 leads a month, that starts to compound and you just can't follow up with all those people. So, one tool that you guys definitely need to have is Calendly. So what I would do is I would generate the lead. And once I generated that lead, I had a follow-up campaign. So the first text that would go out to them would be, I would thank them for subscribing to my ad. And what I would do is I would let them know that, I'm here to help them. And I would let them know that I would love to, reach out to support you. And I would ask if 9 a.m. is a great time to connect with them or after 4. And essentially what I was doing was that's the time I was actually doing my follow-up at 9 a.m. every morning. So I was trying to book my calendar. Then I would send them a link. If 9 a.m. or 4 p.m. doesn't work, guess what? Here's a link. Hop on my calendar. I would wake up every day to at least 1 or 2 appointments. And that's how you want to do it because you can't chase everybody around. So the things that I mentioned were you want to have a community. So figure out what that community is for you. It doesn't have to be the gym, but what that community looks like for you. and start to tap into it. Start to tap into it by starting to add to your database. So get the person's phone, email, and full contact details. Put that into a CRM. You want to get you a weekly email going so that now you're reaching out to those people weekly, because here's the thing with these weekly emails and with putting people in your database, you want to be there when it's time for them to do something. 9 times out of 10, probably 99 times out of 100, most people aren't going to be ready to do something right now, real estate related, right? But here's the thing, when they do, for some reason, they don't remember you, right? Think about yourself. When something happens with plumbing, you may have had a plumber come by a month ago, but if you don't have any emails, you're not going to remember who that person was or how to get in contact with them. So that's the purpose of that email that goes out, okay? So you want to have your community dialed in. You want to have constant leads coming in. You got to fuel the fire. Fueling the fire is going to do a couple things. So one, again, you're always going to have fresh people to talk to. Number two, you're going to be at the top of your game because you're going to have to stay on top of current events. You're going to have to stay on top of interest rates. You're going to have to stay on top of everything that's going on. And then number three, you're literally dealing with every objection. You're learning inflection, right? You're learning how to talk to people. You're learning what works, what doesn't work. You're learning how to weed people out. I mean, I have it down to where if I get an internet lead, within 3 minutes, I'm able to get that person essentially quasi approved, and I'm able to basically label them. And that's what you want to do. You want to label them. Are they right now? Are they later? Are they a dreamer? Are they a never? And once you've labeled that person, then you can figure out how to communicate so that you can help them reach their goal. Okay. And the last thing, it goes along with what I was just saying, follow up. So once you labeled them and you figured out, where they stand, if they'll ever buy, if they're going to buy within 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year, never, right? How to communicate with those people. So I hope this video helped you guys, because I want to see you make 100,000. See you on the next video.